Hey, writers. So, this is your opportunity to get really creative. You've spent a lot of time reading your inquiry book groups and thinking about them, analyzing them. And now, what I would like you to do is look over all your notes and the books, and I want you to think of one specific teaching idea that you are going to create a mini lesson around. And if you remember in the last module, we talked about mini lessons and you analyzed a mini lesson. So, what I would like you to do is use that same structure as you're creating your mini lesson. You can look back at the lesson that you saw and the blog article that you read to help you. But just to remind you, you're going to start with some kind of connection that sort of remind the children of something familiar, get them engaged in thinking about their prior knowledge or a story that's happened in the classroom previously, or maybe a book that you've read in the classroom, or a story from your own personal life. But to start your lesson, you're going to make some kind of connection with your students that also connects with the teaching idea. So start with the connection, then you're going to do your teaching point. And that's really where you just tell the students exactly what you're going to teach them today. And don't be mysterious about it. They shouldn't be left guessing. They should be really clear about that. Then you're going to do the demo. If you remember, that's your think aloud. You're not telling them what to do, showing them what to do. So you might have your book out, actually like showing them how you're thinking about a particular author. You might have some paper where you're actually writing. So, say for instance, your mini lesson is about writing openings to a story. You wouldn't just tell them, "Oh, you can open a story in three different ways." You might open with a question, or you might open with a description, or you might open starting with action. So you wouldn't just tell them that, you would actually show them that. So um, that's your demo part. Then in your lesson plan, you have the active engagement where you get the students involved in trying um, something related to your teaching point. So you might actually have them in pairs or working on their own, coming up with their own story opening and then sharing it. And then finally, the final part of your lesson plan is the link. And that's where you make it clear, very clear to students what their choices are for sort of working during writing workshop that day, how they might try out the strategy. You might have a little chart to help them with that. But that's the basic structure of a lesson. And once you get good at these, you can develop them reasonably quickly. But it's probably going to take you a little bit longer when you're first thinking about it. I also want you're going to write out your lesson plan and put it on a slide in your inquiry book presentation. But you are also going to act out your lesson in a Flipgrid post. And when you do that, I want you to think about your voice, keeping the student, how you might keep the students engaged with their voice. Also think about what other kinds of props you might need, materials. If you're going to use maybe a picture book to demonstrate how an author's done something, or you could use a chart to show them a specific strategy. So think about sort of visual and audio things that you're going to use in your mini lesson, and make that Flipgrid. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your lessons. and both in written form, and then you're trying them out in a Flipgrid post. And I wish you all the luck. And once you've created your lessons, you'll have the opportunity to review them and to analyze them, and think about other ways that you can improve them. But for now, I want you to really dive in deep this week to thinking about a specific idea from your inquiry book that you can turn into a mini lesson. Thank you.